should paste and sync.
Yeah.
The vision.
Where you hit copy and sync and then you just paste it.
Our vision is to help every young person identify and develop their unique talents and dedicate them to the Lord's service. We envision a world where never again must a young person live an aimless life. We see a time when all young people know their true purpose and lead meaningful lives in the Lord's service.
Amen. Thank you. Pastor, would you do our values?
Sure. Sacrificing. We take up our cross by stepping out of our comfort zone for Christ. Faithful. We are faithful in that which is least, so we can be faithful also in much. Leadership development. We give others the opportunities we wish we had when we were in their situation. And intentional. We lead purposeful and intentional lives by having a definite aim. All of communication of all the gifts we receive from God, none is capable of being a greater blessing than our speech. Improvement. Something better is our watchword. Enthusiasm. We have a passion for the work we are engaged in. Leverage. How did leverage get on there?
It's been on there for a while.
It's been on there for a while. What did it say before? Was it leadership? No. Not leadership development. Imparting. Was it imparting?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
Leverage is there now.
I feel like at one of the older ones some other time.
We develop leaders who take up the work of spreading the gospel wherever they are. Bias for action. We take what we learn and make it practical.
Thank you. And our mission is to inspire and rightly train an army of youth to dedicate their lives to Christ's service and engage in the finishing work of redemption before the soon coming of Jesus. So now we go to step 2.1. Reconfirm annual aims. Brother Denzel, you want to start us off?
Yes. Denzel will implement Offer Mastery Bootcamp as measured by receiving the Shield Award by December 15, 2022.
Thank you. Katrina's not here. Hers says that Katrina will master the marketing math as measured by receiving the Shield Award by December 15, 2022. Shanicia?
Did anybody invite Katharina?
She's got COVID.
I don't think
I know,
anyone
but
invited
she
her.
could still
I
show
still,
up.
oh yeah, I did send her the message that we were going to be at 10:15 instead of, and that's when she told me she had COVID. She didn't say she was coming or didn't come, but that's when I found out. I did invite her.
No, thank
Oh,
you.
okay, thank you.
It says that Shanicia will get paid by getting our people paid as measured by receiving the Shield Award by December 15th, 2022.
Pastor, do you want to read number 4?
Sure. Edic will find someone who can lead the team to implement the Leaves of Autumn content model using content frags as measured by sewing 100 pieces of community service content a day.
Thank you. And then 2.2 says reconfirm progress and confidence in achieving the monthly missions. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much progress and confidence have we made toward completing our monthly mission? And our monthly mission is this Wednesday. Katrina will implement the funnel audibles worksheet by January 26th, as measured by having 3 YouTube ads to drive traffic to our February 10th through the 15th challenge, with 3 revisions and attendees from the ads. Baseline.
Can I say,
Yes.
I wanted to say something. I'm really glad to hear you reading out in this meeting And thanks for stepping up to do that. I just want to say that.
Thank
Praise
you,
God.
Sister Kathy.
So we don't know, but yeah, I did invite her. So I don't know what her progress or her confidence is on that one. So number 2, Brother Denzel.
Denzel will revise our Avatar database, Dreamhold database, by January 26, 2022, as measured by having 10 Avatar interviews. Progress, I would say 5. Confidence, our confidence is at a 1.
So it hasn't changed this week from last week?
Yes, it did change. I just changed the numbers.
Oh, you just changed the numbers. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Okay.
So the confidence is one of having 10 interviews, but how many interviews do you want to have by Wednesday?
By Wednesday, I would like to have 10.
But you're at a 1 out of like 10% confidence that you're going to do that. So what would be something that you can be 100% confident that you can do or achieve or accomplish?
Let me push that number up there. I would say 5.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Alrighty. Number 3. Kathy will work with Deborah and Enoch to implement the money mark management method of millionaire missionaries with the income from Stripe Isogenics rental and donations by January 26, as measured by budgeting each of our expenses under one of the buckets, the 7 buckets.
So I added stepping stones there too.
You added what? I'm
The
sorry.
stepping stones from our conversation.
Oh, good. Praise the Lord. Thank you.
Those are helpful. We gotta figure out.
I think our progress is an 8. We're making good progress, and the confidence is probably a 8. So we've got today and tomorrow.
So, is our goal to? Is part of the goal to have? Well, we want to have the financial statement complete.
Yes.
And accurate. That spreadsheet, the Google spreadsheet.
Hoping between today and tomorrow we can do that.
Okay, that's good.
That's what I'm planning on putting as much focus as I can in the next 2 days.
Thank you.
And I have a
Hey, y'all.
Howdy, y'all.
Hi. I have a quick
I'm
thing
a
about
listening.
stepping stones.
Thank you.
All right.
For Denzel.
Did,
You were supposed to add yours on here last week. The stuff that's in your stepping stones are the things that I put from when was this? Can't remember where this came from, but these are not all the stepping stones. So when you get a chance, please remember to add your stepping stone.
when do you think as soon as you'd be able to do that?
That's a good
He has 2 stepping stones on there.
yeah,
Yours
there's a
has
thing-
1. He has 2.
Maybe it's synced somewhere.
Maybe it's probably private and only accessible to him, so you can't see it, or none of us can see it but him. That's probably what's going down. So you just got to go to the original location for the stepping stones and make it to where other people can view that page, so we can see that you synced it.
We're glad you could listen in, Sister Tina. Thank you for joining us.
Why does those stepping stones, why does it matter if it's seen or not seen?
Because it's a collaboration where we're working together, we're a team. And so when we see the progress, see what there is to do, who does what, Your name is on multiple stepping stones. You're not the only one responsible for making that happen. Other people help you, and you want to be able to leverage other people's knowledge. You want to leverage other people's time, and by having it in a place that other people are looking at the mission that you're responsible for, then there's more resources of other people who are able to help you to accomplish your goal. The more that you make it easier for people to be involved with what you're doing, it's a form of communication and collaboration. It's a good question. Did that help answer your question?
Yes.
Awesome.
Praise God.
Because people want to help you, but they're unsure how to help you if they don't see the steps to make that happen.
And people can add things to it as well if they see, like, there's a part that's missing or something.
Yeah, and the scribe part of the scribe does add things there at the end of these things. When we identify more things we got to cover, they'll be added to the stepping stone to when we get clarity, which is one of the things that everybody who has a monthly mission, one of the things we constantly desire is greater clarity. So we get that clarity when we're together, and then we're able to put those things on there. But if it's not accessible to others or visible to others, then we can't add that clarity that we can contribute to make it happen faster.
Okay. Brother Comrade, number 4.
Cameron will have the God's Plan book ready to be published by January 26th, 2022, as measured by an edited and formatted manuscript containing 60 to 80,000 words. We can change that to 35 and specify region. And we can put there progress. I guess we've made progress on the compiling stuff. We're not quite at 35,000 yet, I don't think. We got about 25,000 words. Seems like.
That's a lot of progress.
We're at how many words?
25,000.
25.
Oh, 25,000. I thought it was 14,000. That's good. Praise the Lord.
What's it called? The equip your dev part. There was
A bunch of toggles.
in
That makes sense.
So after we get that compiled to about 35,000, then it can be edited and formatted. And so we're about 10,000 words away.
Cool.
Which
It's really good.
with now sustain your transformation, that'll get us up a few thousand once we have that, and then like a conclusion chapter, whatever.
Yeah.
That might 6,000 plus another 4,000.
It's really nice.
Yeah. So we can say a 4 or a 5 as far as progress. Because after that we still have to edit and format it, proofread. We'll keep it at a 4.
Okay.
Confidence by Wednesday. Let's say look at 3.
And do we have a scribe for today?
Doesn't look like it.
To be able to do your number 5.
Okay. So it says that Shanice will lead the team to create and use a system overview for scheduling guest speaking affiliates sharing our challenge tickets by January 26, 2022, as measured by tickets to our February 10th to 15th challenge. And the baseline is 25, the stretch goal is 50. As it pertains to progress, we have made more progress on the overview system, and I have a call with, what's the lady's name? Lauren today, about her promoting the challenge and becoming an affiliate. So she's still interested in that. So that's progress. I guess we can say it's 6 for progress. And confidence that we will have 25 by Wednesday. Is that what this is saying? Yeah. Probably a 5.
So
And
progress.
Progress 6, confidence 5.
The 25 attendees at our challenge. Okay.
Because I'm not sure. I'll get to find out more about the people that she knows in her audience and things today.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be able to judge better after the conversation. But for right now, it can be a 5.
Have you seen her audience on her platform or Instagram or Facebook? Have you seen?
Not on Facebook.
You about getting an estimate of how many people she's speaking to?
Okay. See if her name is the same on Facebook. I can do all that after.
Well, Facebook, she doesn't really have much going on.
It's fine.
Mostly Instagram.
Yeah, so 6 and 5.
So if we don't have a scribe, who's going to change that number?
I can change it for this one. I know this is one of the sessions that you guys don't want me to practice. So let's not do that. Okay.
Alright.
This wouldn't be practice, this would be the real thing.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a scribe. So what I'm saying is, it's not something that you're practicing. You being a scribe would be actually doing it because we need some help.
With this introduction toggle open, we got 31,000.
31 instead of 25, you're saying?
Yeah,
So that's even more progress.
but this is kind of like a summary.
Shanice, would you be willing to describe the meeting?
Not so much an introduction.
I'll do my best.
There is an introduction in the introduction
Sounds good.
toggle.
And that's not counted as part of it?
I wouldn't. This is like a summary of the whole thing. Or
How is that
something.
not an introduction?
Well, because you got an introduction here. In the introduction toggle, and then you've got each letter.
How is each letter not part of an introduction?
And then you got a conclusion.
So,
It's like a little book. Like a little booklet.
but that didn't answer. How is that not an introduction to the book? You're stating facts, but I'm asking you perception. Because we're looking at the same facts, coming to different conclusions. So I'm just trying to understand your perception. want to share?
No.
Okay. It'd be good to perhaps share after or later then, whenever you feel comfortable, because that sounds like an important conversation to have.
Alrighty. Step 3 says analyze prior weekend review. And my toggle's already open. Weekly wins from last week.
Did I do it right? I was wondering if I did it right.
So what progress have you made this week toward monthly missions or quarterly quest, including measurable key results for the past week? These are specific tasks you can attach a number to.
You selected, you did really good with getting the from Denzel to Kamran. Those are what's intended to be here. The 3.3 and 3.4 that you transferred over. Everything in 3.4 should be in a stepping stone toggle. And not left under 3.4.
Actually, I don't even know these. I didn't even notice those. I don't think those are from last week. But when I copied...
These
I'm
are
sure
the
where
week-
that came from, actually. But okay, I'll move on. Sorry. You said they should be in the stepping stone.
The check boxes should definitely be in a stepping stone.
Can I do that after?
That is
That's my fault.
post-actual steps.
I can take a look at it later when I actually go to bed.
That's actually step 6. Post-meeting actual steps. I knew that wasn't something that, yeah, like Catherine said.
Okay, so do we go to measurable? No.
You're asking where we won this week.
Yeah, where did we win this week?
They did an interview with Alex. That was nice.
Yeah, that was really good.
Praise God.
And
Shanice really persevered with that. She saw it through. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you enjoy the process of working with Alex to see that to fruition?
it was fun. So, maybe a 9.
Wow, that is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be like a 2 on my scale if I had to do what you did. I don't even know if it'd be a 2. But that's really good. Praise the Lord.
It was a fun process.
I'm glad he thinks so.
And
I
then,
returned the iPhone and you got your payment back.
Neato.
Thank you, Deborah.
Yeah.
and also, we started recording ads, little bumper ads. So that process was started, and I started talking to Justin. So he's back. He has resurfaced. So by God's grace, we can make some more progress this week.
I created another toggle that says weekly wins from last week, since that one is unusable.
Okay.
And that way
I helped you.
we could take notes of what the where we won this week, what went well this week.
I helped with Kathy with the funds, and I helped with.
There would be bullets, checkboxes, or things that still need to be done. Bullets or numbered lists for things that have been done. by
Give their
month.
names.
Sure.
Yeah.
Works.
Okay.
I helped with Dream 100 to get the information from that. Then I got clarity of what I should work on first the most, and decided to do a workathon today on the ad so we could get that going. And I did some transformational tools. They seem to go well.
Yeah. And Catherine and I scheduled 8 months of the life cast using the God's Plan framework, and we got 2 months of leadership table situated, scheduled
Praise
out.
the Lord.
Yeah. Kathy and I went through the Life Step of Their Name, which was one of her weekly wins.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting more clarity on the transformational tool too,
That's awesome.
which is a big win.
We created 6 bumpers for our core offers.
Yeah.
Shanicia was very helpful in making that happen, and Denzel as well.
Praise the Lord.
Denzel, where did you see some weekly wins?
And not just weekly wins, but where did you win this week? What progress did you make? What went well?
I know we got started on the spreadsheet. We didn't finish, but at least we got a big dent in it.
Oh, that was huge.
Yeah.
We got a financial report. Got a lot of the financial reports started from the cash flow tactics game. Mom, Kathy, and I were able to see what we're making progress, whether we're positive cash flow or negative cash flow, which is super helpful.
So you made progress on what?
Financial statement,
Using.
the cash flow game.
Spreadsheet.
Yeah, spreadsheet. Financial statement. Oh yeah, you got it. That's cool.
I did a lot of weekly. I did a lot of new learnings on. It's not called mortgage, but it's something to do with
The HELOC.
yeah. That was it.
You got it, Shanicia. You're doing great, Shanicia. It's wonderful. Splendid. I need to charge my laptop.
I'm taking the charger upstairs.
I'll be back.
There's no one else. I guess we can go to the next one.
Go to the next one, but Brother
Oh, Denzel. He's writing.
Denzel is writing right now.
Sharon. Sharon. Do you want to sit through the completed break? You can if you want to, but I'm just going to ask you to give you an opportunity if you wanted to join us.
Oh, he said reach out to 11 people on Messenger.
Denzel did?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Way to go, Denzel. Just going at it.
For avatar interviews.
Avatar interviews.
It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
And strategy calls.
Cool.
That's cool. Progress there.
All right. It's great. So. So, we're ready to go on then to the next one? No, we've got another one, Denzel. Go ahead.
the weekly wins was to work with Kamran and Shanicia, continuing strategic partnership overview system. We made progress there. I don't think it's really too usable right now. We've still got some ways to go, but I'm glad we made that. And I was intentional with discussing with people projects they're working on during our discretionary time or during time where we could talk about those things. So I think we made progress in those areas.
Good.
Oh, and you figured out what happened with ClickFunnels.
Yeah, with the emails. Why emails aren't going out.
What happened?
You were there when we found out, Mom. I sent
don't remember.
I sent you and Kamran like 3 or 4 emails saying that they need to be the payment needs to be updated, and you guys didn't do it, so they canceled our thing because of delinquent payments, and so that's why our email shut down.
That's right. But it got paid.
No, it didn't get paid.
It's not paid yet?
No, our emails don't work. Kamran's going to do that when we're done here.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
do it today.
And Denzel, the 3 chapters in what is NF? I know what communications, but NF?
I forget what it is, but it's a
It's no fail
audio.
communications
Yeah,
by
no
Michael
fail.
Hyatt.
No fail. Okay, got it. No fail.
Michael Hyatt. Yeah.
Alrighty, that's good. 3 chapters, that's a lot. Alright, thank you everyone. So, our weekly ones, okay. Do we want to do 3.12 next or 3.11? What the weekly wins from last week?
That's what we just went through. So 3.12.
3.12.
He just made a separate toggle where we can just write down the things that people verbalize, but it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sister Kathy.
Alrighty, 3.12, measurable key results.
Alright, so for the subscribers on YouTube, we currently have 566 plus 6 new subscribers this week. For the emails,
That was this week? I thought that was this month.
that was over the course of the week.
Oh, I haven't seen. So that was from our interview with Alex that those subscribers came from?
Quite possibly, but we haven't posted that on ours, but maybe people watched it and checked out our
What do you mean we
channel.
haven't posted one on ours?
The interview.
What about the interview?
Because the last time we did one with Attila, it was on our channel and people watched it. I mean, on his
Oh.
channel, and they subscribed to our channel.
Well,
kind of thing.
subscribers don't come from us posting on our
Yeah.
channel as much as they come from us speaking to other people's audiences.
That makes sense. Yeah, it probably did come from there.
Because whenever we see growth there's direct growth in sales of our offers, traffic to our funnels, and subscriptions and followers on our social media when we speak on other people's platforms. That engagement is like the measurement of successful interviews.
I'm gonna write that down
Write what down?
to remember, like when we do interviews and things, to measure the growth.
Okay, yeah, that'd be wonderful. Yeah, because that's the main point of
Measuring it.
of speaking on other people's platforms is that to have them engage with us, and their engagement comes in the form of buying our offers, subscribing or following our social platforms, and reaching out to us, phone calls, text messages, things like that.
And I know I have a question. I know it's not really, might not be the time, but as it pertains to measuring those, when we do speaking engagements, how, we can guess, but how do we know? Because, they say correlation is not necessarily causation. How do we know that that's where it's from?
Well, if we've made 3 subscribers in 30 days, and then we do a speed engagement, and then within the next 3 days we get 6 subscribers, and it's a pretty good indication that the spike came directly as a result of that interview.
Okay.
But also when you give offers and people subscribe. What?
No, I said not coincidence.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Coincidences don't work like that. It's very mathematical cause and effect. Also when you give an offer, like a lead generation offer, the lead magnet on other people's platforms, then when they accept that, and then new people get added to our email list as a result, it's also indications that it came through there. Like we likely got new subscriptions to our email list from that interview because we sent them to evangelisticbusinesschallenge.com.
Oh yeah.
Also, depending on the type of interview is likely where we're going to see the greatest growth, because people who watch YouTube, they subscribe to YouTube channels. So if I was speaking on a podcast, we'd likely see podcast subscribers. If I was speaking on an Instagram Live, then we'd probably see our Instagram followership go up, because people who watch Instagram Live follow Instagram accounts.
That makes sense. Okay. And then we will have to put your one up here soon, right? Start measuring that one. Your channel.
I don't think subscribers is really a necessary thing to measure.
We were gonna remove it and you said to keep it.
I don't know how helpful it is.
Because we talked about that before. But okay. Alright, the next one is email subscribers. And we have 462 plus 2 new ones this week. And then strategic partner interviews, we have 3 scheduled and plus one new this week. Well, yeah. And then for active affiliates, we have 7. Still figuring out. I forgot what we said last week on how to measure that one. But 7 and 0 new ones this week. We're gonna add 2 more after my conversations.
Great. Wonderful. Thank you. And Denzel, do you want to do number 5 for us?
Yeah, we have 117 Facebook group members now, and we lost 1 since the 17th.
Okay.
So it was 118?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. And then I did not go yet on Stripe and find out how many members we have, so I still need to do that. So I'm not sure at this time.
Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, I have it written down somewhere, and I'm going to. I just didn't get it done yesterday.
Okay.
And then we had one person that filled out the active volunteer.
Who was that?
Shanicia.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Thank you, Shanicia, for doing that.
Praise God.
Alrighty. So 3.2. What do you intend to work on next week? What will you do to move the monthly mission and quarterly quests forward? What are your weekly wins for this next week, including measurable key results? And let's then we can do that in 5 minutes.
We're having our monthly meeting this week, right?
Yes, we are, this Wednesday. And I guess because I need to change the time, because since we're doing the challenge till 10 o'clock each day, we probably should move it to 10:30 so there's time to discuss after the 10 o'clock challenge. So
I'm curious to know who all is interested in being a part of that.
the challenge that's going on this week,
Yeah, because it doesn't really require everyone to join.
We're talking about the one we went to this morning, right?
yes,
Yeah, with Mount
that's
Moana.
right. It's Monday through Friday.
Oh, yeah, I'm still interested.
Okay. Denzel, are you interested in joining? So it looks like it's 2 hours instead of 3 hours, 8 to 10.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. I know Deborah's
So-
interested.
I'm interested. Did Janicia say she was interested?
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I don't plan on going to all of
Are
them.
you Enoch?
No, I just wanted to go to enough of them to show you how to record it. And I'll pick up the replays later.
Sounds good.
And as I have questions, I'll probably join to ask the questions. But as far as the training, I'll probably look at that later. I don't really like learning from people like her.
How, you don't like what?
I don't really like learning from people like her.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said I do not really like to learn from people like Moira.
Why? What is she like?
She's just I don't like learning from 6-figure entrepreneurs or 7-figure entrepreneurs. They generally don't know what they're talking about. There's a lot of stuff that they haven't pieced together yet. And she's just regurgitating stuff that she's learned from Pete Vargas, Russell Brunson, Myron Golden. It's secondhand. It's the same reason I don't eat meat. I prefer to go straight to the source.
Mm.
So I think it's just learning from
I-
Moira is more diluted.
I think that we're not in the his big group, or maybe not. I don't know whose group she's in, but I think that the information that we're not going to be able to tap in because we're not in their high ticket group. She's in there, and we could ask her questions about it, and she's going to share some of the stuff.
I don't know if she is in that group, and I don't feel like we're missing anything not being in the inner circle. I think what we have is plenty to work with. But I think the most valuable thing for her challenge is the ability to ask those questions, as long as we're intentional with asking direct questions that actually help to grow rather than just random questions. I don't think it'll be nearly as valuable if we're just asking random questions, because our opportunity to ask is very short. She has long answers, and she's got a handful of inquisitive people there that you're competing with her attention during the challenge. So your questions got to be few, select, and calculated, and very tailored to either what you're wanting to do while you joined or what we're doing. But yeah, I don't plan on being there for her whole challenge.
Okay.
And Wednesday, I just looked, and Wednesday we have the monthly meeting starting at 10:15, because on Wednesday we have Myron Golden's from 8 to 10.
Can I ask another question?
Sure.
So what's going to happen with breakfast then?
I told Sherry that she doesn't have to change anything with breakfast.
So breakfast would be at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, but her thing, does it start at 8 or 9?
I think it starts at 8.
Yeah, the thing that you're attending starts at 8 o'clock.
Hmm. So we're going to have breakfast and that at 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
And you're doing breakfast upstairs?
I imagine just having breakfast and being able to take it wherever it's necessary. But yeah, I don't see a need to change anything for breakfast.
Okay.
Alrighty, so we're filling out the weekly wins right now, individually.
So it looks like it's just Janicia and Mom who are going to be attending the challenge.
Are you guys asking if I'm going to? Is your question? Is your underlying question asking? Am I willing to like commit to a week of the challenge?
Not necessarily. My question is more of who's interested. It's exactly what I was sharing was just who is interested in attending her challenge. And Kamran done took off. I don't know what he's doing, but or maybe he's on the stairs or something. But we got something happened with his book thing. Got frustrated. But yeah, just trying to
say numbers.
understand who's interested in going, because it wasn't. It's not something that I'm seeking to. We have work to do. We got a lot that we need to do. We can't just be sitting like attending a bunch of challenges, watching and learning and everything. This is very unique to Mom's dream that she has. She was begging me to get this challenge. Shanice, it's talking about Dream 100 Strategic Partners, so I totally get how Shanice is doing that. And I think it'd be great for Shanice to be a part of, so she gets a better grip of that. And since it's live, she's more likely to prioritize learning rather than I gave her courses and don't know how far she's gotten on those. So I think it's great for those reasons. We got a lot, like that one-on-one call with her. But we still have objectives we got to get done during the week. I'd prefer if people don't attend.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I wasn't trying to make a commitment to doing it a week.
Right on.
This week, so.
Yeah, so you answered fine. Or your silence was good
It's
enough.
okay.
Yeah, it addressed my question. I think it's good. I'm excited for this week. We're going to get some stuff done.
Yeah, me too.
Alrighty, it's 10 after.
When is my call with the goat milk soap lady? So is it 27?
It's 28
Oh, wow.
at 10 a.m. But you have a call before then. What day was that? Thursday? Yeah, that's on Friday at 10 a.m. But on Thursday, we just put something on the calendar for you.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Lionel.
Lino.
What? This Thursday?
Thursday.
Wait, okay. Speak with, no,
Lino.
interview,
That's actually at 9 a.m. on Thursday
goat
morning.
milk soap lady. That's Friday,
Yeah, Friday at 10.
28th, 10 a.m. And what am I talking to Lionel's group about? And that's for the breakfast thing?
No, that's for his podcast.
Oh, speaking on his podcast.
Yeah, but
It's Thursday at 9.
Yes, Thursday at 9.
is that a decision that you want me to make?
What, the topic?
Yeah.
He doesn't know what's being talked about?
Because you and him pretty much talk about similar things. He's familiar with your content, so maybe I can ask him. Like out of the things that
No, what do you think would be best? Let's not give that in his. We should ask what out of our objectives and goals that we have, what message would be ideal to help lead people, because we're not creating content as content creators or just whatever he demands or requests. We're creating as content marketers. So what marketing messaging could we share that will help?
well, my question was gonna be, maybe we don't have to ask him, but my question was gonna be based on like what he sees, like what would be more beneficial to his audience or whatever. But
Yeah,
I think personally, I think the download framework would be good.
Why?
Because he's just now like really getting started with, especially like with the breakfast thing, and that's what he started teaching, like the basics, like finding their people to serve or whatever.
Okay, how does that lead? how is that educating the people closer to the sale of the Evangelistic Business Challenge? Because, like, I understand what you were going to ask, but I'm saying that doesn't really have to do with, like, yeah, what we're going to share is going to add value to his audience, but we need to ask what framework or concept or story could we share that will lead people to purchasing the Evangelistic Business Challenge. And out of the things that we could share, what's the best?
I wonder.
And the goal is also to move in the direction of a signature story. So one signature talk that is able to be shared on all of them. So we never ask, what am I going to talk about? It's always just one or two as part of that menu. We don't give variations like that.
And we're working on that, creating that menu.
Yeah.
But I wonder what his format is for his podcast. Like, maybe that's something I can find out. Because if we know like what the conversations are like, then we'll have a better idea of how to share, what to share, maybe.
Yeah, and even if it's an interview, you can still share a framework. Sometimes you have slides, sometimes you won't, but you can still share those same basic steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why the menu. And then we can use this talk as a way to, like, how can we relate what we want to do, create the menu of talks with what we're already doing, speaking on his podcast. So how could speaking on his podcast be a step in the direction of creating the menu of talks? Just the more intentionality and more synergy that we could do in all of our work, we could use these deadlines as a way to pressure us to make progress towards the objectives that we have. And it's a very beautiful thing when we're really intentional with using these opportunities as stepping stones in an intentional destination, beginning with the end in mind. And I'd love to work with you on that. Like, we can get together and discuss it before, sooner the better.
I have it on my thing for this week.
I have a hard time hearing you when you whisper.
Yeah, my energy is just draining.
Makes sense.
All right. Deborah, I saw that you got your weekly wins down, and Denzel, were you able to put yours down?
Yeah, mine's the first one. I just didn't put my name right there.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, got it. All right, so let's go ahead and go through these. I can see Shanicia's. Did you see them?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Denzel, you want to start with yours? Thank you.
Sure. One of my weekly wins: reach out to 50 people concerning avatar interviews. Schedule 10 avatar interviews. Revise DreamHoop database with Daniel frameworks. Just continue going through the Michael Hyatt No Fail Communication, and also Myron Offer Mastery Bootcamp, and Copywriting Secrets.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So for me, I have here to make progress on the overview system for scheduling strategic partnership interviews, and I plan to work on that some more, maybe during the workathon this week, tomorrow, and create a menu of talks for Enoch to use for strategic partnership interviews.
That's your that's your weekly win?
Yes.
I'll make it my weekly win too.
Alright. And then work with Common to create a database for our outreach scripts for strategic partnership interviews. So my theme of the week is strategic partnership interviews.
You're gonna work with Cameron to make a database?
Yeah, and then put the scripts on there. Was it an overview system or a database?
It was just a system in the system hub.
Oh, a system in the system hub. Okay. Never mind.
Databases.
Kind of sounds intense.
Yeah, that's probably a little much.
Because I think I had that. That was one of my things that I had from a long time ago.
Oh, okay. We use the word database.
Yeah, I use database, and so when I saw that you were asking me about the scripts, that's why I wrote it down that way.
That makes sense. Maybe a database would be easier. It'd be nice. It'd be interesting to see pros and cons, or what you see would be beneficial with that. Probably not now, though.
Thank you.
And
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No,
No,
did
I
you?
was just gonna do the other things, but it's okay. Those are not weekly links.
Okay.
I got it.
Pastor, do you have your 3 then?
No, I don't.
No. Deborah, do you want to go ahead and do your 3?
Sure, I will. My 3 is to do the assignments from the Speak More, Make More challenge, and do an ad workathon today, and the transformational tool.
Wonderful. Thank you. Yes.
When are you doing an ad workathon? Is that at 4 o'clock?
When do we have the workathon today?
You spoke to Carmen already about that, and he said yeah.
No, I didn't. We spoke last week, all of us.
But you have to. What I said is you got to schedule with someone who's in charge of the workathon. Because to my knowledge, Carmen has other plans today for the workathon when this is over.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll make plans then with somebody.
Okay, that'd be good.
It might be next week then. I don't know.
I doubt it. We got
I'm
3.
sure people have plans, so.
No, I don't think so. Just to communicate to people. We got 3 days out of the week.
Well, does anybody is anybody willing to let me take one of their days then?
The only person here is Denzel.
Denzel, are you willing to let me take your day?
I'm willing to let you take my day.
What day's yours?
Thursday.
Thank you, Tina.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we worked on some ad stuff on last Thursday.
So
I
that'll
don't
work.
see
That'll
how
be
I
a
was the only
win-win.
person.
What, Denzel?
I was telling, I don't see how I was the only person.
I didn't realize that Katharina was there. But you're the only
Shanicia.
person. Yeah, Shanicia walked out when I said that, or before I said that. She's not in the room.
Oh, she's not in the room.
No,
Okay.
she's not.
Okay, thank you. So we got Thursday on there. Thanks, Deborah.
Does anybody else want to let me have a day this week too on a workathon?
Are you being clear on what you're trying to do?
Yes.
Mom, you should fill out an objective. The leading a workathon.
Uh-huh.
Fill out that system on the System Hub, leading a workathon.
Okay.
And I'll give you a lot of clarity.
Alrighty. My weekly wins is working on the monthly mission before Wednesday and finishing the spreadsheet.
That'd be sweet. If we did that, that would be amazing. We're gonna get some serious progress. I've been praying for that spreadsheet for several months. I mean, years.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. That's one of the highlights of my week.
Do you have your weekly wins done, Pastor, now?
I do not.
Do you want to share with us what you do have?
I have a list of 30 unorganized things.
Okay.
I don't think you want me to share what I
No,
have.
that's okay. Thank you very much. Alrighty, got it. Alrighty, so 3.3 is what deadlines are at risk of being missed. It's not in a toggle. So we just write them down there.
Yeah,
Support to move forward. Okay, and we do have already a couple of where do we need to move forward, but what deadlines are at risk of being missed?
Oh, can I say something?
Yes, Deborah.
I noticed this morning. I don't know if it was just somebody took it off maybe and didn't realize that Katharina was on there, but the weekly debriefing, I added Katharina to the involving list. And if she's not automatically on there, maybe we should put her on automatically on there, since she's always at the weekly debriefing. Do you intend to keep attending it, Katharina? Maybe she fell asleep or something.
No, she unmuted, but we don't hear. Oh, she just went up.
Oh.
No, now she's back on.
Oh.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, good. Thank you, Katharina. So maybe, I don't know who adds those people on there. We should put that on the
It was probably just because I wasn't there at the beginning, someone took me off.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, I'll put you back on there.
Thank you, Deborah.
Uh-huh.
Right on.
All right. And we're glad, Katrina, that you're here, even though you're not feeling your best. All right.
And another thing that would make a deadline at risk of being missed is not make an appointment with the person that needs to be worked with.
Okay. Do you want to put that on number 3.3?
Who's the scribe?
We don't have one right now. She stepped out. She's not feeling good.
Okay.
All righty. So, where do we need support to move forward?
I could use some help organizing, prioritizing some areas to focus and study with new learnings and stuff. It's something that could be helpful.
Okay. So we need support to move forward.
So what to study and what else?
So you don't put Enoch as the person. That's the person who does that is the one who's helping. So the action word, and you don't put needs either. You always start it with a verb. So it'd be like help Enoch with prioritizing what to study. And then we'd leave it blank because I need help. Whoever's name we put on there is whoever is interested or willing to help.
Oh, praise the Lord. Thank you, Shanice.
And Carmen started to help yesterday, and we made some progress, but we never actually prioritized the stuff. So that was progress.
I rearranged some stuff on your list, and I don't know how helpful it was.
That's not what I needed help with prioritizing.
Oh, okay. So you said the things to study and what else?
The reason I sent you the list was to show you the things that you were asking me what you had to do. That's it. Just things to study.
Okay.
Thanks, Denzel.
Yeah, no problem.
Alrighty. So 3.5 says, what is the number one biggest problem that you are currently facing such that would by solving would make the greatest difference in moving the mission forward? What needs improvement? The more specific we can be, the more support we can be provided. So
And the only thing that I put stepping stone toggles in are things that have a lot of toggles. I don't put 1 or 2 toggles in there because it gets confusing. I don't actually see what's being talked about there. It's out of sight, out of mind. So I'm deleting all these stepping stone toggles.
where are you seeing toggles, Pastor?
I was talking to Shanicia.
Okay.
What?
So the only place that I use stepping stone toggles is if there's a lot of check boxes down below. But if they're just 1 or 2, then I don't use those. They look confusing because it's out of sight, out of mind. They're all gone. I don't know what I was
you're
talking about.
from your list? Yeah, you
Yeah.
can remove those. I was just doing that so it wouldn't be like cluttered everywhere. But
Yeah.
you can take them out if you want to.
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't.
just saying what was the best way to help you prioritize if you had a list.
Thank you. I appreciate the thought. I did remove them. I was just letting you know for future reference.
Alrighty. Is anything else? Because I know it's 11:30. We need to go ahead and close.
My biggest problem
Yes.
is prioritizing the things of study, presentations and stuff. That's my biggest problem that could help the most.
Okay.
What about you, Denzel? What's your number one biggest problem with
I think my biggest problem is communication.
communication?
Yeah, and to just that gap between like understanding people's language and to be able to understand where they're coming from and to be able to communicate effectively that we both can just have common ground.
Like come to a mutual understanding?
Yeah, because sometimes I'm not able to understand people, and I will want people to understand me as well. So just that communication gap where I'm able to have I'm able to just bridge that communication gap and that understanding.
Right on.
It's
That
very
sounds
important. That's a
And-
very big.
Yeah, and it sounds like you've got the right focus in studying the no-fail communication. If that's your biggest problem and you're addressing that's a great book. It's been helpful for me.
Yeah, it's a really good book so far.
Good to hear. What about you, Shanicia? What's your number one biggest problem you're facing with scheduling strategic partners? Speaking on other people's platforms, that by solving would make the greatest make the greatest difference moving forward. Greatest progress. That's it.
Yeah, there
Not
you
problem. Progress.
I guess the one thing.
Yeah.
Well, this weekend I'm gonna be doing it anyways. Just like reaching out to more of them, and then like everything on my weekly list this week is surrounding strategic partnerships. So it's gonna be like reaching out to them more this week, more people this week, and getting like affiliates and things. And
So your greatest problem is reaching out to them?
Just more people, because last week I did 5 new people.
Oh, so
But
how many more people do you want to reach out to this week? Way to go, by the way. That's
Yes.
serious progress.
That is.
You've been scheduling like a champ, and it's very hopeful in the direction we're going. We keep doing this. I think this is a secret.
praise the Lord.
We're in the partnership age.
My goal was 10.
Your goal is 10.
It was 10 last week and I did 5.
Okay.
So maybe if I did 15, then I'll be able to reach out to 10 new people.
So you just want to measure who you put their names on there, and then be very specific on who are the people you're going to reach out to.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, though. I'm glad to see that this is going forward.
Yeah, so that's, I guess you can
Awesome.
say that's my number 1.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
What about you, Katharina? What do you see as your number one biggest problem you're facing by solving with the mission for the most?
Ooh, I know. COVID.
Yeah, at this moment it's just feeling better. Yeah, and intentionality. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we did. Thank you.
Okay.
And when you say intentionality, what do you mean by that?
Using my time wisely. I guess I'm not, like, when I don't feel good, I don't use my time wisely, or I don't feel like doing anything, should I speak?
You know
That's normal.
you know what I did when I got COVID?
What?
That's when I learned God's plan for your influence. How to make everlasting transformation. That was the first time I started that course, and I finished the course when I was lying in bed thinking about what I wanted to do, but feeling like not doing anything and just exhausted physically. I just listened to it, and I learned.
Yeah,
And-
you should do that. It hurts to me, like, looking at screens. It hurts my eyes at the moment.
I think you should rest.
Yeah.
Rest your mind, rest your body, rest your soul, rest everything. Just rest. It helps you to overcome it a lot quicker.
Yeah, it hurt my eyes too. It was an audio program that I was listening to on the Breakthrough app. And as I was listening, it was amazing because I didn't get all of it. I didn't really think I got most of it. But when I left that, I got COVID, and I'll tell you, those COVID days were one of the most growing, most profound days of my leadership influence, learning how to do that. When I started feeling better, literally within 7 days, I was making so much more progress with Kamran, with Kathy, with Mom than I've ever made in all of the times working together, because I listened to that training. I was shocked at how much I actually absorbed and was able to test and try out and implement. And just by listening to something while I was laying there feeling bad was just a really great way to redeem the time. And I would do it again and again. That was amazing.
I'm thankful maybe I'll try that some reading time, but it almost hurts to put something in my ear.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I don't think planning or doing a whole lot of... You don't really have to be intentional for getting work done. You could be intentional about getting better.
Yeah.
And just know that when you're resting, you are being intentional. Your intention for resting is to heal and recover and repair.
Yeah, that's true.
So give yourself some credit for that.
Thank you.
Right on.
Is there any last?
What about you, Mom? What is your what's your your number one biggest challenge your biggest problem that you have that you're facing with the ads, with going through the course, implementing the course with the ads, getting ads.
Well, I'm gonna implementing the course. Is that what you said?
Yeah, just
I guess
implementing
just
getting
things
ads.
popping up that's not on the what is it called? It's not on the like today we weren't expecting that Moira we were gonna do that, and so just having things that pop up, that take time. Just all the things that I put on my plate to do and stuff like that, putting stuff on my plate and the time, I guess time management.
Okay, time management. And so like overcommitting with your time?
Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense. This is
Yeah.
good awareness.
yeah.
I don't know how to spell overcommitting.
Me neither.
You're doing good though.
Wow. What about you, Kathy? What do you see as your number one biggest problem that you're facing with the financial statement by solving would make the biggest difference?
Wednesday will be here before we know it. That's the only thing.
What was that?
Wednesday will be here before we know it.
What do you mean by that, though?
Because I want to do a couple weeks' work in the next 2 days.
So, unrealistic expectations?
I suppose. Yeah. There you go.
What's,
Gonna give it my best, but I
would it be good to adjust your expectations or find ways to leverage or involve others, or what do you think might be some solutions that could align your expectations with your situation? Because it's never a good goal to try to get 2 weeks worth into 2 days. That doesn't,
know.
unless you have a lot of leverage,
That's true.
and you can do it. It's the only way to do it.
Yeah. Just trying to think in my mind how I can maybe reschedule my chiropractic appointment, move things around, give me more time in the next 2 days. So,
It's interesting. Okay.
but that's
Well, thank you for sharing. And then we want to pray for Kamran because he's no longer with us. But what? What are you guys learning this week?
I'm going to be learning. I forget what the name of the course is.
Booked and paid to speak?
Yes.
Cool. That's neat.
I'm going to be doing that for my new learning this week.
Alright. Right on.
I think I should go through some more minor stuff.
Okay. On the Offer Mastery Bootcamp?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of audio programs on there.
Let's do the affirmation one again.
Oh yeah, that one's really powerful. Especially that individuality code. And it's interesting because he said that you could actually record your own voice doing it, and if you went through your what was it called? Your transformation table, and you identify those biblical, the ones that you've customized, created for yourself, you could even listen to the more customized ones that you phrased. It's an interesting concept. Well, that's neat. And disaster no failed communication. And I'm gonna get some help to find out on Zoom while you're on.
What
Alright.
would you- I have a question.
What's up?
Why would you like to do that? Why would you like to have a sit down to figure out what you need to study?
Sooner the better.
Do that mean today, tomorrow, after this?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Any other questions or comments before we close?
Yeah.
Yes, brother.
Oh yeah.
This is for Shanicia. When do you think that you will be able to help with the reintegrate the calendar hero for the strategy call?
Reintegrate the calendar? You mean help you update it?
Yes.
4 p.m. today?
4 p.m. today? Okay.
Pastor, your haircut's
By
too
God's
long.
grace.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Pray that I make it.
Well, it's okay. I'll try to figure it out myself. So you don't have to do it.
4 p.m. today works.
4 p.m. today.
Huh?
Do you need it sooner than 4 p.m.?
Yeah, the sooner the better, because people are like, the availability that's seen for
Yeah.
when people schedule,
Right.
it's really scarce. So it gives them like few options
Oh yeah.
during the day. So I want to make it as the
As
avatar-
available as possible.
available as possible.
Yeah.
And last week, it was Friday, Thursday, Friday. So I was like, I'll just wait till Monday. But the more I wait for this, is the more everything.
And you have a goal to get 10 of them done within the next 2 days. So if you use half the day, it's going to be even harder for you to get 10. And
Absolutely.
makes sense. Does that make sense, the urgency, Shanicia?
It does.
Is there any way you'd be able to do it sooner than 4?
I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay. Cool.
Any other thoughts or comments before we close in prayer? Thank you all for participation and joining in.
Yeah, thank you,
Sister
Kathy.
Kathy.
You did really good.
Yeah.
What a
Really
blessing.
appreciate it.
Let us go ahead and
You
close.
did, Kathy, and thank you for stepping up.
To God be the glory. Thank you. I appreciate your help, Deborah, too.
I do
Everybody's help.
Believe,
I
yeah.
do.
I truly believe it glorified God today. Thank you, Kathy.
I did too.
I know I'm a leader and I need to do my part.
It's a blessing.
Sister Kathy, you did really great.
To God be the glory. Praise God. Thank you. Alrighty, let us close in prayer. Our most kind Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for all that did get accomplished. And we thank you, Lord, for this team that you've given us to work with. Lord, we just thank you for all your blessings and what has gotten accomplished last week and what is going to be accomplished this week. And we lay all of our plans at thy feet, Lord, to be carried out or given up according to your will. We ask a special blessing upon Sister Katrina that she will recover quickly from the COVID. We ask that you'll help our sister Shanicia to regain her strength and her energy and cheerfulness, and we thank you. We also ask that you be with our brother Kamran and help him, Lord. We know the challenge of one are not the challenge of another, and that we can have your love and empathy and understanding for each person's different challenges. We just ask that you will help us, dear Lord, to reflect your character and be more like thee. We ask this in the precious name of our Savior Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Kathleen.
Mm-hmm.
Hear my cry, O Lord, attend unto my prayer. From the ends of the earth will I cry unto thee.
Heart
My heart
is
is
overwhelmed.
overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you. God bless. Thanks, Deborah.
leveraging other people's money.
Okay.
Leverage. That's the secret.
But just in over 3 years.
That's the secret.
What? Leverage?
Yeah, leverage. It's a thing I've been looking for years.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize.
Is that still recording?
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Yo.
Hey, thanks for
So
joining.
I hope you're feeling better.
Sister.
Yes.
I'm praying for you.